So welcome, this is the StampQuest 2026 prize draw video. This will be, if you're watching this after the fact, you know this, but if you're watching this live, this will be going up on our YouTube channel for historical viewing, probably tomorrow. And we are, I can't remember the YouTube link off the top of my head, but I'm sure it will come to me at some point. However, let's get some introductions going. We are going to introduce ourselves in alphabetical order, starting with Jennifer. Please, your name and what you do.
Hi there, I'm Jennifer Masters. I'm the creator of the Adventurers Apprentice series, which is a series of RPG storybooks for age 4+. So getting kids sucked in right at the earliest possible age.
Oh yes, get them started early. Lola, same questions, please.
When you said in alphabetical order, I immediately forgot the alphabet, and I was like, huh?
You know what?
But yes.
I did too.
Hi, I'm Lola, and the indie dyer behind Vault Yarns, and the game designer behind Johnson Ofair.
Many hats.
Yes.
I should have said this to Jennifer as well, but I've checked out both of your web stores and their products, and they look pretty great.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Thank you.
I found the link. And I'm Ryan. I'm the chair for the UK Tabletop Industry Network. It's our Twitch channel that you're watching this on. It's our YouTube channel you're watching this on. One of those two statements will apply. And we had the honour of being, this year for the first time, solely responsible for StampQuest, which was not pressure in the slightest. StampQuest itself is a guided stamp collecting trail around UKGE that aims to highlight a mixture of creators, some large, some small, some tabletop designers, some artists, all of them worth your time. And I'm well aware that the vast majority of people who are watching this probably already know what StampQuest is, because you're almost certainly involved in it, either as a quest giver, a donor, or you undertook the quest yourself. And the three of us, as well as Mikhail, who is a fantastic artist and game designer in his own right, we formed the planning committee for this year's StampQuest, so we are incredibly grateful for, if you were a quest giver, for giving your time and energy to help the quest be as good as it was, and if you were someone who undertook the trail, time and energy for following it, and hopefully meeting some new designers or artists that you've never encountered before. However, StampQuest would be nothing without its sponsors, and we'll just be going through them in alphabetical order. And I don't have to remember the alphabet for these because I've already written down the order in the running order. So we're starting with Leisure Games, established in 1985. They are the UK's oldest tabletop game shop, and they're based in North London, and they sell a huge range of tabletop role-playing, board, card, and miniature games, and specialise in stocking a wide range of small press and indie RPGs. And just as a personal anecdote, every time I've spoken to them, mostly via email admittedly, but they've just been such lovely people, and people in Tin who actually do live in London speak quite highly of them. So if you're in London, check out Leisure Games and their impressive array of role-playing games. So the running order now calls for a prize draw. We trialed this last year. Obviously, if either of my co-hosts wants to join in with a comment at any point, please do so. Otherwise, I will steamroll everything and just keep talking to fill the silence because I'm so used to streaming solo. Last year we did this and it got quite a buzz. So we're going to have some audience participation. So audience from someone in the audience, and it'll just be the first response that we get. I need a number from between 1 and 17 inclusive, and that will give me a prize from the pool. And there we go, 3. I'll let you know what it is. And then we're gonna ask Jennifer to give us a random number to determine our winner for the runner-up prize pool. If I could have that information active. You know what? I pulled up the entrance, but not the prize pools. I may be underprepared. Don't tell the audience.
It's totally fine, but
I have the number. Just let me know when you're ready for it.
yeah.
Fantastic.
So Russell, glad that you had a great time during SoundQuest, and there definitely should be sound, Alice.
Oh no. Is your stream muted? I don't know why I asked that, because if the stream's muted, they can't hear me.
It's very true. Okay.
This was one where we didn't get a full blurb, but I will find a real quick blurb for the Twitch chat. While technical issues may be being worked on.
Nope. Technical issues seem to have all been sorted. Hello, Alice, and welcome to the Stamp Quest stream from UKGE. I hope that you enjoyed the Stamp Quest. Assuming that you were on it or a quest giver. I think you were probably on it, as opposed to being a quest giver.
Okay, so
not remembering.
I just tried to go to the prize donors website, and my antivirus software was like, "Hey, there's a phishing risk on this website," so I might need to email them about that.
Oh dear.
But prize number 3 from the runner-up pool is Bloody and Alone in Appalachia. It is a solo tabletop RPG about rural horror set in the Appalachian hills of eastern Kentucky, in which you play a lost city dweller who has foolishly ventured off the highway into a backwoods small Appalachian town, holler, and county where nothing is as it seems. I also want to address the fact that I have 2 monitors and I'm reading off the one to my left, so I apologise. I'm looking directly at the webcam. It's horrendous practice, and I apologise for that. However, what is your number, Jennifer?
Just to prove it's random, the number I also got was 3.
Oh, wow. This is not fixed at all. That is congratulations to Ruben. I'll be in touch over the coming few days to confirm delivery details for you and provide you with information on the next steps. And if you're not watching this, I hope that everyone in the audience wishes Ruben a great time with their prizes. I unfortunately cannot do anything about Lola and Jennifer's volume, but I can turn the backing music down.
I have attempted to turn my volume up. I don't know if that's helping or not.
I can speak louder.
Yeah.
That might work.
Sometimes that's all you can do. However, I did turn the backing music down a smidge though, so hopefully that has helped offset the issue slightly.
Hopefully.
Right. So, technical problems aside, and we have dropped some delicious prize details and chosen a winner for the runner-up. I'll just provide some context for the audience, but this year, because as pointed out, UK Tabletop Industry Network, UKTIN, depends who you talk to, depends what you get, was solely responsible for StampQuest. We had an open call within our Discord community for people to help plan it, because as chair of the wider organisation, I need to share those duties with people, and also because I firmly believe in the fact that if you get new people in every year, you get new ideas, and they can generally only make things better. It's also someone I can blame if something goes wrong, but hey, we don't tell anyone that. But why did the 2 of you join the planning committee? This is just my curiosity more than anything, but just to give us content.
I participated last year for the first time. So last year was my first UK Games Expo, and I found that participating in StampQuest not only got me in with the crowds at UKTIN, it also provided a lot of confidence as a new creator, so that I was able to figure out where I needed to be. It was also a good conversation starter with customers as well.
I had never done UKGE before.
Oh no,
but,
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This year was my first UKGE, but I decided to take part in the StampQuest committee, or apply, because I have been part of UKTIN for a couple of years, and I've been wanting to try and help out a bit more, sometimes with volunteering on the tin stand at various conventions, and this was something that I thought that I could help out with. And so, yeah, I just decided I would give it a go and apply and see if I could help out. And I also ended up doing StampQuest this year And I think that the work that we put in helped make it a even better quest, hopefully, for everyone else that took part as well. I really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed being on the committee, and I think that like all the work we put in was pretty positive.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously, people don't see behind the scenes often because they're behind the scenes, but like the two of you and Mikhail, obviously, but your feedback took what we did last year, where most of the goal last year was just to have something down that we could replicate year on year, because 2024 was very, I mean, the fact they pulled it off was amazing, but it was very short notice. So last year there was a big focus on getting it to the point where, you know, most of the resources are already created. It's just updating them for the next year's quest. But you know, refined things beyond even what we managed last year with a larger team, I think it was. So thank you both for joining the planning committee and wanting to help. And Lola, I'm happy to tell you that we will no doubt have more ways you can help Tin in the future.
That's fine. That's great. I'm happy to throw my hat in the ring.
But on a personal note, you've been a joy to work with, so I'm really happy that you do want to do more work with Tin in the future. And I've had that feedback from a couple of people that you've like on the Tin stand at recent conventions. Okay, now that I've embarrassed people, sponsor 2, Hit Point Press. I have a graphic for this. There it is. Hit Point Press is a small team of Canadian creators committed to offering engaging products that ignite player imaginations. They make games and accessories for the games they love, from Dungeons and Dragons campaign settings, supplements, bestiaries and reference cards, tarot and oracle decks, to trading card accessories. We also, sorry, I'm just reading ad copies they sent it, but it feels weird to say we. So they also collaborate with other independent creators like the Griffin Saddlebag, Fool's Gold, Loot Tavern, Pointy Hat, Lucian Khan, and more. TLDR, they make the things they want to see for the games they love to play. And as the graphic at the top left says, they now ship from the UK. So that's pretty exciting if you're based in the UK and don't want to pay exorbitant shipping and handling fees. And I'm going to leave the graphic up until the next prize draw is finished, because there is a code for a discount code to use on the web store that's valid until the end of July. So that's pretty cool that they sent that over for people to use. It's not exclusive to us, but we can imagine, okay? We can imagine that it is.
We can hope, and it's great that you're here in the chat with us, because you get first access to it.
Exactly. Brings us to the next prize draw, however. So a couple of anyone who undertook the quest, you may have seen that there was a mini quest. This was a primarily aimed at accessibility, because not everyone has the energy or ability to walk around the four trading halls at UKGE.
I hear that Hall 4, where a few of us were, was entirely new this year.
Cool. Fantastic.
I was in Hall 4 last year.
Oh, okay. Maybe not entirely new.
I think there were more
They
stands
had
in
an
the
extra hall, so they didn't have Hall 1 last year. So there was an extra hall, but 1 was the extra one.
That's weird. Why do numbering that way?
It got rented out to Tesla apparently, but then Tesla never turned up.
Oh no.
Or at least that's what Rumour Mill said, was that Tesla had the booking for Hall 1.
Oh, last year?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. It's
dear.
probably during all of their spontaneous combustions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, StamQuest is here to guide people around to those halls that people might not expect to be at UKGE. And there is confirmation in the chat that someone in chat only knew about the trading area in Hall 4 because of StamQuest. So it works. We have success. We have succeeded at our goal. But
they put a bunch of us around a corner on the other side of the painting. So I think StamQuest did really help kind of guide the flow, and I hope that it helped you discover new people in the different halls.
That is.
I wonder who was the most difficult person on the quest to find. Wonder if there was someone that was particularly tricky.
Now I'm questioning whether I did a good enough job at updating the stand numbers for the flyer and the website. Speaking of the website, stampquest.co, CARRD.co is where you want to go for StampQuest news for any future quests. Twisted Alice started in Hall 4 thinking it was the best place to find the start for StampQuest. I mean, any place is the best place to start, but I guess starting in the most out-of-the-way place possible.
I mean, I think it's starting at the end and then going to the start, right? Well, I guess everyone started at the UKTN stand initially, or other people had quests. I didn't get the maps and the start your quest here until Saturday?
Oh,
Saturday.
no. I'm sorry. We need to look into that.
Oh, no. It's not your fault. It's more just that it's really big. It's like the halls are really big, and I didn't get the scooter until late on Friday. So being able to scoot around helped me get to the stand and actually pick up all of the maps.
Well, I'm glad that there was something in place that you could use to get them.
Mm.
Apparently, Effect was difficult to find.
Ooh, where were they?
They were quite close to the tin stand, I think. I'm also.
Oh, maybe they were sort of hiding in a little gap somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. So Effect Publishing were on the same column as tin, but they were on the end of it. But as Twisted Alice has pointed out, it's the numbering. It's the UKGE numbering. Once you know how it works, it's great. But it's learning how it works is the problem.
It's very not intuitive. Like,
Once someone explains it to you, it makes more sense.
well, no, but so I was 41007, and this was closer to 4600 than it was 4900.
Cool.
So
Cool.
it took a while. But
Cool.
yes. If you want.
Sorry.
No, I am ready to. I'm ready to draw. If anyone would like to give us a number to find out more of what's in the prize pools.
Yes, number between 1 and 17, and while the chat does that, it is 1 and 21. Sorry.
12.
12? Fantastic. Okay. I'm also going to take this time to shill, I guess. We have a fantastic community member called Daniel Copper, the Copper Compendium. That's what he trades as on itch.io. And he worked with us this year, as he did last year, to produce a map of all of our vendors around the halls. And hopefully we'll be using his services, consulting him, asking him to do one for next year as well, because his maps are amazing, and having everything clearly signposted is so useful. Right, 12, I believe it was, for the mini quest.
Yes.
That one would be
16 plus. 16 plus stamps.
Yes, and I got sidetracked. The mini quest was for people who don't have the energy or mobility issues, or just don't want to go around every stall, but still want to enter the prize draw. And it seems to go down well. It went down well last year, and hopefully it went down well this year. I will get the blurb for this one.
That's definitely a note for us to make sure that we publicize the map from Daniel. If we manage to get him to do it again next year, publicize it more so that everyone can see it.
Yeah, obviously the main problem is that we can only really, like, printing it will be incredibly expensive. So what we can really do is mention it on our social media. Although we could ask whoever handles the leaflet next year to, if there's space on it, obviously, to include a link to it. And that one, there we go. I believe I did it. I know it is also up on our website, but then obviously when you're at UKGE, you don't want to be going from a flyer to a QR code to a website to look at a map. So there's definitely ways we can improve our approach there. I have completely lost this prize on... There it is. On the master thing for the blurb. There is no blurb. Okay, I've bamboozled myself. This prize is a Sworn Heart and Soul Wrought game bundle from Fistful of Crits. I don't want to give you incorrect information about this, but there's any kind of prize thing, and you're like, I kind of want this prize myself. Admittedly, we got a whole bunch of great prizes, but this was definitely one of those. Just for the avoidance of all doubt, I can't actually enter Stamp Quest because I'm chair of the company that does it, and it seems a bit unethical for me to do that.
It would have been nice to go around and get all the stamps. Unfortunately, I was stuck on the stand. But even if I'd managed to get all the stamps, I wouldn't have entered. I just wanted it as a souvenir. I hope that everyone else who managed to get all the stamps has theirs as a souvenir of
I think Eleanor did that.
Yes, our fantastic social media manager.
And visited every stand and got their stamp, but obviously didn't enter because they are a TIM member.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to see all the cool stamps by everybody.
And you get the Quest Complete stamp at the end of it.
Yeah.
So, Sworn Heart and Soul Wrought are two duet RPGs of kind of like fairy tales and romance, but through like T. Kingfisher's writings rather than traditional fairy tales. Tense stories of drama and love. So if you're into that, get hyped. What was the number that you randomly generated, Lola?
That is a 9.
A 9. Oh god, there's a long thing to scroll through. Eden, if you're in chat, congratulations on winning the mini quest. If you are not in chat, congratulations anyway, but you won't hear it. But hopefully everyone can join us in congratulating Eden for their winning the mini quest. Obviously, these prizes that I'm reading off information about, they may be subject to change depending on circumstances beyond our control, but we will try to honour them as much as we can.
Yes. SoulMuppet not having their stamp was something that I found out later.
Yes, I too discovered that. How many...
By the scan-in and going, is that a something else versus the stamp?
Is that the lost SoulMuppet stamp?
Yep. I'm just going through.
Yeah, there was lots of good custom drawings happening from SoulMuppet.
They're creative. Give them that.
Butter Droid has asked how many people finished the quest in the end.
So
I think we don't know how many people actively finished it. We only know how many people submitted it.
Yes, we had over 200 entries to the prize draw that came through. Admittedly, obviously, technical problems may have occurred, but we had over 200 entries to the prize draw that we're drawing from. And obviously, we hope that more people join year on year. And we're always looking at ways in which we can improve people entering the quest and finding the quest for some people. But 200 is a lot for something in its third year. I think it is anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going through and seeing if there's anything else to address in chat. It's good. The leaflet for the quest was arranged in hall order from 2 to 4. Thank you. That was just an inherited tradition, but it's a good way of handling it. We felt last year, and Jennifer and Lola seemed to think it was fine and didn't raise a problem with it.
Yeah, didn't pay attention to it because I'm very bad, but it's a good idea.
I mean, it's just a side effect of doing it in numerical order, really. But here we are.
Twisted Alice is saying that they found it a bit frustrating when stamp givers were telling them where the next people were, rather than letting people look. And I definitely had to tell my stand buddy off for sometimes telling people And then he switched to asking random people with leaflets, do you need help? And I'm like, you can't just ask people, do you need help? They're going to take that the wrong way.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, we did switch to asking, do you want a clue or not?
I should take that under advisement for next year. I think. Well, actually, it was mostly the little kids that I was like, oh, and you'll be able to find a couple of us around here.
Right. Anyway, sorry. There was an emergency ping on Discord, but I can deal with it after the stream.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else in chat that needs immediately addressing, so we'll move over to the next thing on the running order. I mean, some of those do sound like comedic highlights, but were there any highlights that stood out for you? Whether like just the show in general, or obviously Stamp Quest specifically, but.
I didn't get much of a chance to see much of the show beyond where my stand was because it was so busy for most of the time. But one of my sort of Stamp Quest highlights was a family turning up with an absolute behemoth of a tablet where they'd taken the Games Expo map, a screenshot of it, and they had marked out a walking route that would take them around all of the Stamp Quest stamps. It's like the amount of effort that had been put in to mark out the most efficient route around on this tablet that really probably shouldn't have left someone's office. It was very sort of funny to see them walking past. They were on a mission.
Wow, that's dedication, and I salute that.
Yeah, I think it was a family of 4, so like parents and then 2 children and a massive tablet.
Lola, obviously, if there wasn't one, don't feel like you have to provide one. But
it's less everyone else. It was me trying to figure out how to get my stamp to work initially. The odd realizing I hadn't taken the cap off, but that's just me being silly. But everyone did get their stamps when they came to my stand. Fortunately, someone else took over the stamping. One of my friends that was helping took over the stamping.
Well, at least you figured it out. Yeah. I know I'm not going to name names, obviously, but there was a quest giver who I was talking to in private messaging about like stamp recommendations and stuff, and I enabled their desire to get like the ink pad that they really wanted, and their test stamps didn't go well. So I'm glad they did the test stamps and figured it out before the show. But hey, at least you figured it out and didn't have to draw some very questionable
yes.
ghosts.
Yes. I did have fun designing the stamp there. I was like, what says Vault Yarns Johnson Ofair like the best, other than like a skein of yarn, like behind a book, almost like they are DMing something.
That's clever.
Yeah.
And it looked great. I just want to point out that pretty much all of the stamps looked fantastic, and obviously they were. I guess we can't talk for this long without acknowledging the fact that we weren't the only stamp rally this year. So I'm grateful to everyone who took part in our stamp rally, no matter how many other stamp rallies you were doing at the same time. Hopefully they all sparked joy, and you have, a is ephemera the right word?
Yeah.
Ephemera that you're happy to keep hold of for some time to come.
Yeah, the Flamecraft passport looked very cute. So I'm glad you enjoyed that one as well, Krista Genesis. Oh wait, no, sorry. MSIG.
So MSIG.
Sorry, you didn't know that.
Saf Doctor's asking if there was input in designing the other stamps, or was it up to the quest givers? So I think we only give size recommendations that they have to fit in a 1-inch square. Other than that, people can choose what they like.
Yes, that is correct. The only stamp that we explicitly designed for this year's quest was the generic stamp for people whose stamp broke or they lost it. Last year's we just made do with, like, here's a sword or a star. But this year we had specific stamp quest generic stamps that I think we have.
Branding this year.
Yeah, branding. Oh my god. It just never occurred to us last year to do that. But it, in hindsight, and what they say about hindsight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right, I just want to say thank you to Twisted Alice. Thank you for appreciating my yarn. And I am sorry that I'm too terrible at crochet to write crochet patterns.
You will get there.
Yeah.
But speaking of stamps,
You won't want
getting
crochet
lost.
patterns from me.
or broken,
Yes.
our final sponsor of the of the quest,
Yes.
creators of many innovative ghost doodles.
Yes. Apparently a one with a with a beef eater hat that looks like Marge Simpson.
Amazing. You've got genuine SoulMuppet art, because SoulMuppet Publishing were our third and final sponsor, and they're a UK-based RPG publisher that develops role-playing games focused on emotional storytelling and simple yet elegant design. Their books are just like their settings, unconventional, atmospheric, and unashamedly political. Every SoulMuppet book has a strong sense of place and genre, whether it's the dusty adverts of Orbital Blues, the blood-soaked parties of Paint the Town Red, or the sun-bleached deserts of Inevitable. Their books are unique, luxurious, and built to last. Every one of their books is a work of art that is just as at home on a coffee table as a gaming table. And that's where the ad copy ends. But I just want to confirm that their books are gorgeous, and I would own so many of them if I had the money. Regardless, that does bring us to the main prize draw, and I'm going to provide the number for that. So, folks in Twitch chat, I need a number between 1 and 17, please, for your tease of the prize. Wow, they were on that. Good grief.
The only problem is that you are doing all of the things at this point. So.
Yep, no, it's all good. I can handle it. Oh no, that's on the website that my antivirus doesn't like. What was the backup number? 17.
17? Yeah.
Is that? I don't think that's on the same website.
I don't know.
Oh, hey, 17. I don't have to read anything about that at all. Lola, that's one of your
no.
keyrings.
Hey.
It is one of my keyrings. It would be so great if I could just go, oh, one of my keyrings? Like this?
Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah, I'm not that prepared, unfortunately. But I can tell you that they are fun. No, they are they're little keyrings that look like, well, for the mini quests and the runner-up, they look like little. There's one that is a critical mimic, so you've got a D20 dice, and you've got a D20, and on one side you have a mimic on with tongue stuck out and jaws open, ready to grab you, and when you roll a 1, and on the other side it's a 20, and then you've got a critical angel, so you've got angel wings on the 20 and 1 on the other side, and they're 2 different colors. And then the big keyring is for a set of D4s in all of the different D4 styles.
And I can confirm it's the D4 one that is in the main prize pool. I'm just looking at them now and I need them so bad. You don't understand the powerful need I have. But now I'm also thinking of, why are there so many ways to read a D4? We just need one standardized D4. And
Well, they're pretty.
One hurt
And
your feet, you can leave it on the floor.
yes, and when you have a dice habit, like I do,
like most people in the
sometimes
hobby.
you just have all of the different types of dice. I think the tombstone ones are fun.
They are. Regardless, our number results in Abigail. If you're in chat, congratulations on winning the main prize draw, as with the other two. If you're not in chat, congratulations anyway, but I'll be in touch at some point over the coming days to arrange delivery and posting, and the next steps on that. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Oh, no, Staff Doctor had said, yes, the caltrop version is a standard but dangerous, much like Lego.
That's true. Like, even the caltrop, do you read it from the top or the bottom? Because I've got
this
sets
one's
with
from
both.
the top. This is the one my daughter keeps leaving on the floor.
Oh.
She means you bodily harm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It does famously deal 1d4 damage if you step on it. It feels like more. I'll be honest.
It really does. It really does.
And slight segue there from lessons learned about leaving caltrops on the floor to just in general, what lessons have you learned from taking part in a stamp rally while exhibiting? For people who might be watching this and thinking about applying for future quests. Or I'll widen it in general to future stamp rallies, just because obviously they are a growing thing at UKGE itself.
I think I would definitely consider upgrading to a self-inking stamp if I was to participate in future ones, because the last 2 years I've had a stamp that I have to go back and forth and put the lid on and take the lid off, and I've definitely gotten ink stains on everything, just transferring the ink from the stamp to the leaflet. So if you're thinking about getting a stampy stamp or a self-inking stamp, definitely try and get the self-inking stamp. That would be my take forward for next year.
That's good to know. I got a self-inking stamp only because I ran out of time and I couldn't find the fun-coloured stamp ink pads that I had somewhere in this house. So I just bought a self-inking one.
The speed that you have to work at Games Expo, self-inking all the way.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of people, a lot of turnaround. Having someone else take over the stamping whilst you're talking to people, and that can also interact, is great. Having more than one person on the stand, great. Having 3 people on the stand, even better.
That would be the dream. Yeah, doing a stand solo and a stamp rally would be a lot, which was one of the questions that we were getting people to answer when signing up, is like, are you on your own? Do you have a helper? Because it would be a lot of work if you're talking to people and also stamping people's stamp rally sheets.
Yeah, again, I'm not going to name names, but last year we had one applicant who, they made it through, but they decided that even though there was only going to be 2 of them, there was just going to be too much work for them, so they had to bow out, which obviously we want to support as many people as we can, but also we respect the fact that you've got to look after yourself at these conventions, because if you would figuratively die, you can't sell anything. So, and I think Tin's like quest stamp and quest complete stamps are not self-inking, but obviously the number stamp on all the flyers, that was a self-inking one, because just there's too much otherwise. I will also freely. I heard about Wayward Adventurers Guild with their stamp station.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it. It looked great. I wish I had the space to incorporate something like that.
Absolutely. So this is not, I'm going to preface this with, this is not an announcement in any way, shape or form, but some of the feedback we got from our con team was that if we're doing Stamp Quest again next year, and obviously we hope to, we completely believe in what Stamp Quest is all about, and obviously we know we're competing with people now that we haven't had in the previous 2 years. I think last year it was basically just the pin collective or whatever it is. That we might need to have just a 2-table stand with the end of one table dedicated to Stamp Quest and just a dedicated Stamp Quest volunteer, because it is crazy. Obviously, Tin is in the weird position in that all the quests end at Tin, because for those who didn't go on the quest, each quest giver has a 1-inch square stamp that stamps the flyer, and then when you complete your quest to verify it for the prize draw, there's a much larger quest complete stamp. But that is on the UK tin stand, and so someone needs to be able to do that at all times. And the flyers are now numbered, for this year at least, were numbered on the stand as well. So just having, because we just had a standard size stand which you can fit 2 people comfortably behind, 3 at a push. So we were a bit struggling for space and selling.
Yeah.
And thank you, Twisted Alice, for the very kind words.
Yeah.
There was one person who was on there, and when I was trying to get a stamp, there were like three people trying to buy something. Oh no.
Yeah, it does. I think it does tend to. It doesn't tend to help when you're juggling a lot because someone's gone on break. But we all need breaks.
Absolutely, yeah. We here at
So
UK
it happens.
Tin do support the right for anyone manning a stand to have a break, including our own volunteers. It's not our fault that some of our volunteers don't.
I think one of the things that I would say, I don't know if any of you appreciated the cards, but with the Stamp Quest stamps, because and a lot of the times it was quite busy, and so I didn't get a chance to chat to everyone, or maybe any of my friends helping on the stand didn't get a chance to chat. It did have like specific cards to give out along with the stamp, so that if you didn't get a chance to talk about any of the things, or you wanted to check stuff out later, there was a way to find us again. So.
Do appreciate the feedback, MSIG, but as explained. But for the video purposes, someone in the chat has recommended like multiple finishing places for the final stamp, but we last year's just some numbers, I guess. Last year we had 5,000 flyers printed, and all of those were numbered in advance by 2 people by hand. And it's not an automatically incrementing stamp either. It's you stamp it, you manually turn the wheel 1 increment, you stamp it again, etc., etc. Fortunately, it is self-inking, but obviously there are ways that we can figure it out next year. This is only the 3rd year it's been going, and the 1st year we were solely responsible, so we're still finding our way and learning lessons. The big one this year was just no one gets RSI, because I don't want that. I don't be responsible for that, and in a way I'd feel like I was responsible.
Also painful and uncomfortable. So.
Yeah. Also, this way we don't have to. I mean, obviously we do have a small budget. I'm not going to go. There's no specifics coming, but this way we don't have to pay for like 4 or 5 self-incrementing, 4 or 5 incrementing self-inking stamps, which then people have to remember to get back to us, and it's an organisational overhead that the team of 4 didn't need this year.
Yeah.
We're glad you're making purchases from people that StampQuest took you to, Twisted Alice.
Yay!
I'm aware that because of my lack of filter, the longer I go on, the more I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't. But is there anything else that Jennifer and Lola would like to contribute before we hit the outro of the stream?
No, it was lovely to speak to everyone that came to see us and get stamps. We had a lot of good conversations and lots of interested people treating StampQuest as a bit of a walking tour of UKGE. So it's always nice to see everybody.
Yeah. It was lovely to meet all of the people that came by the StampQuest, because I was very nervous that no one was going to come by my stand, having been doing it for the first time. So it was lovely to see everybody and actually just take part.
Grand. And like, I don't want you to play down Lola, but you had to do 2 quite niche things, and you made it work.
Thank you.
And you have my respect for doing that. Obviously, also, Jennifer, you have my respect for writing books to get children into a hobby that we all love as early as possible. I don't want to play down your achievements either. Anyway, before I put my foot in my mouth, thank you both, Jennifer and Lola, for all the time that you've given to StampQuest since we started planning it, and for your time this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
We'll go in the same order. Jennifer, is there anything you care to promote, and where can people find you on the internet?
So people can find me at adventurersapprentice.com. and you can find all 5 of our book series there. We've just opened an online shop as well. So if you wanted to catch up with any books there that you don't already have in your collection, head on over there. And also if you type in Adventurers Apprentice to any of the social medias, you'll find us. Though if you typed it into YouTube, you wouldn't find much in the way of content.
Fantastic. I'm, as ever, tickled by the covers and titles, for that matter. Lola, same question. Where can people find you? Anything you want to promote?
So you can find my yarn on thirdvaultyarns.com. The shop is not open because I am still recovering from UKGE and have yet to do stock take.
But people can look at it and want it.
Yes, that is a thing that is very possible to do. Otherwise, you can find my games at johnsonofair.itch.io. There may be a hyphen between Johnson and Ofair. I can't remember. I'm very bad at that. But yes, and also you can find the thing that I didn't promote at all at UKGE because I completely forgot, even though it was just crowdfunded on BackerKit for Zine Month. The newest game, The Wanderer's Bookshop, where you play the curator of a magical bookshop with a burning literary question that you have yet to solve. It is a solo RPG, and there is also options for parallel play. And I'm talking about it because I've just finished writing it, and all of the examples, and it is going into layout. So hopefully we are going to see it in print, physical copy, much bigger than planned, because it went from an initial 60 pages to probably going to be over 100. Yeah, scope.
That's a jump.
Correct.
Yeah, that's scope creep.
That's value for money. That's what that is.
Exactly.
And pre-orders are still open on the Wanderer's Bookshop BackerKit. So get it now whilst you can.
Congratulations on getting funded.
Yeah,
Yes,
congratulations on that.
much.
I will see if I can find the BackerKit link for you. Drop in the
I
chat.
should have given that to you beforehand, but I forgot to actually have any information about it on the UKGE stand. I forgot to get anything to you.
It is all good. Wow, that's an impressive funding total.
Yeah, I'm very appreciative of every single person that backed it. I'm also very intimidated by how many people backed it.
No, but it looks great. So,
Yeah.
We believe in you, Lola.
It's also my biggest book, so yeah.
It's all downhill from there, I'm told.
Oh no.
No. Bigger and better things.
Absolutely.
And I'm Ryan. I'm the chair of UK Tabletop Industry Network. We are a peer support network for creatives in the tabletop industry in the UK. So the natural home for something like StampQuest, we like to think. And we have a thriving Discord community that if you are a tabletop creative, you don't necessarily have to be UK based, but obviously all of the expertise shared between our community members is based around the UK, legal system, shipping, things of that nature. Or just like, hey, where can I get something printed in the UK? Or recommendations around services. Caveat, it might not be as useful for most of our members, but you're always welcome to join. Links to that Discord server and our monthly newsletter where we highlight, the word escaped me, where we monthly, in case you were curious, highlight releases and things from our community and crowdfunding campaigns like the Wanderer's Bookshop, I believe was mentioned in our newsletter. I don't know how useful it was to have it in there, but we did mention it, I seem to recall.
It was very useful. It's always useful to get promo that I don't have to do.
It's fair. Speaking of promo that I don't have to do, we have a social media manager to handle all our social media feeds, and links to all of those are on our website, and all of that information is going to flash up on screen once I change the scene in OBS to signify that we're done. But all that remains for me is to thank the committee, Jennifer, Lola, Mikhail, one more time. Thank you all so much for your time, effort, energy, and expertise. and to thank everyone who took part in the quest, and to thank everyone who has swung by the prize draw live stream for their evening. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this peek behind the scene, behind the scenes of what happens in Stamp Quest, and know that we do listen to the feedback. We are always trying to make it the best Stamp Quest we can, and obviously, hopefully next year we will do better, and it will be much more of a success. But until next time, that is it from me and the team at UK Tin. So goodbye.
Bye.